Hey y'all, welcome to my garden. There's something special about getting your hands in the dirt, nurturing life and watching it grow. For me, a garden is a sanctuary, not just a place for veggies or flowers. This year, I'm focused on gardening smarter, using what I have, and finding simple, budget-friendly solutions. Want a garden bursting with veggies and less waste? In the next 10 minutes, I'll show you 3 genius DIY hacks, including a secret compost tea and a plastic bottle irrigation system. Let's get started and make something beautiful together. Let's start with the foundation of any great garden: healthy, living soil. If you want your plants to thrive, you need to feed the soil, not just the plants. Healthy soil is teeming with life: earthworms, microbes, fungi, and all sorts of tiny helpers that break down organic matter and make nutrients available to your plants. When you nurture your soil, you're setting your entire garden up for success. My favorite way to boost soil health is with compost tea, a homemade liquid fertilizer that's absolutely packed with beneficial microbes, enzymes, and nutrients. It's like a probiotic smoothie for your garden, and the best part is, making it is simple, affordable, and incredibly rewarding. You don't need fancy equipment or expensive ingredients, just a few basic supplies and a little patience. Here's what you'll need to get started: a 5-gallon bucket, some finished compost, homemade or store-bought, and a permeable bag. I like to use an old pillowcase or a pair of pantyhose, but you can use any fabric that lets water flow through while keeping the compost contained. This setup acts like a giant tea bag, allowing all the good stuff to infuse into the water. Fill your bag about a third full with rich, finished compost. Tie it off securely so nothing escapes, and suspend it in your bucket. You want the compost to be fully submerged, but not spilling out. This is where the magic starts. The water will begin to draw out all those nutrients and beneficial organisms from the compost. Next, add water. If you have access to rainwater, that's ideal because it's free of chemicals and full of natural minerals. If you're using tap water, let it sit out for at least 24 hours to allow the chlorine to evaporate. Chlorine can harm the beneficial microbes you're trying to cultivate, so this step is important for the health of your tea. For the best results, I highly recommend adding an aquarium bubbler or air stone to your bucket. This simple tool pumps oxygen into the water, creating an aerobic environment where beneficial microbes can multiply rapidly. The more oxygen, the more active and diverse your microbial population will be, which means a more powerful compost tea for your plants. Submerge the compost bag, turn on the bubbler, and let the mixture brew for 24 to 36 hours. During this time, the water will turn a rich, earthy brown as nutrients and microbes are extracted from the compost. You might notice a pleasant, earthy smell. That's a sign your tea is alive and thriving. If it ever smells sour or rotten, something's gone wrong, and you should start over. If you don't have a bubbler, don't worry. You can still make great compost tea. Just give the mixture a good stir a couple of times a day to introduce oxygen and keep things moving. Let it steep for 2 to 3 days, and you'll still end up with a nutrient-rich brew that your plants will love. The key is to keep the mixture from going stagnant. When your tea is ready, remove the compost bag and squeeze out every last drop of that liquid gold. The leftover compost can go right back into your garden beds or compost pile. It's still full of organic matter and will continue to feed your soil. Before you use your compost tea, it's important to dilute it. I recommend mixing 1 part tea with 4 parts water. This ensures you don't overwhelm your plants and helps the nutrients soak into the soil more evenly. Pour the diluted tea around the base of your plants as a soil drench, making sure to cover the root zone. This delivers nutrients right where your plants need them most. You can also strain your compost tea through cheesecloth or a fine mesh and use it as a foliar spray. Spraying the leaves gives your plants a quick nutrient boost and can even help protect them from certain pests and diseases. Just be sure to spray in the early morning or late afternoon to avoid leaf burn from the sun. I use compost tea weekly during the peak growing season, and the results are incredible. My plants grow faster, look greener, and seem to resist pests and diseases much better than before. It's like giving your garden a weekly health tonic, and you'll notice the difference in just a few weeks. Compost tea is a simple, sustainable way to feed your garden and make the most of your kitchen scraps. Instead of throwing away vegetable peels, coffee grounds, and eggshells, you can turn them into rich compost and then brew that compost into a powerful plant food. It's a full-circle approach that reduces waste and builds healthier soil year after year. Have you tried making compost tea before? I'd love to hear about your experiences, tips, or questions in the comments below. Every gardener has their own twist on the recipe, and I'm always looking to learn new tricks from this amazing community. And here's a fun question for you. How soon do you think I started seeing results after adding compost tea to my routine? Was it 1 week, 2 weeks, or a month? Take a guess and then check the description for the answer. I think you'll be surprised by how quickly plants respond to this natural boost. Once you try compost tea, you'll wonder how you ever gardened without it. The transformation in your plants is almost magical. Leaves become more vibrant, growth takes off, and even struggling plants can bounce back with a little extra care. It's one of those gardening secrets that really makes a difference. Compost tea truly is liquid gold for your garden. It's easy to make, gentle on your plants, and completely natural. Plus, it's a great way to connect with your garden and see firsthand how a little extra effort can lead to big rewards. So give compost tea a try this season and watch your garden come alive. Now, let's move on to our next gardening hack. You won't want to miss it. Next up, watering. It's one of the most important parts of gardening, but also one of the easiest to get wrong. Too much water, and your plants can drown. Too little, and they wilt away. Finding that perfect balance is a challenge every gardener faces, especially as the weather heats up. Getting it right can be tricky, especially in summer. The sun can dry out soil in a matter of hours, leaving your plants thirsty and stressed. If you're busy or forgetful, it's easy to miss a watering and come back to droopy leaves and parched earth. That's why having a reliable, low-maintenance watering system is a game changer. My favorite hack? DIY drip irrigation using recycled plastic bottles. It's a clever way to reuse what you already have, and it's perfect for gardeners who want to save time, money, and resources. Instead of tossing those bottles in the recycling bin, you can give them a second life as a simple, effective watering tool. This method not only cuts down on plastic waste, but it also delivers water straight to the roots, where your plants need it most. The soil stays consistently moist, which means your plants are less likely to suffer from stress or disease. Plus, you'll notice your garden looking greener and more vibrant, with less effort on your part. Here's what you'll need to get started. Clean plastic bottles. Any size will do, but larger bottles work best for bigger plants. You'll also need bamboo skewers or sturdy sticks to help anchor the bottles in place, and something sharp to poke holes, like a nail, a drill, or even a heated metal skewer. Start by poking 2 or 3 small holes near the top of the bottle, which will actually be the part you bury underground. These holes will let water seep out slowly into the soil. Then, make 1 or 2 tiny air holes in the bottom of the bottle. This helps regulate the flow and prevents a vacuum from forming inside. Next, fill the bottle with water. Screw the cap on tightly to slow the release, or leave it a little loose if you want a faster drip. Bury the bottle upside down next to your plant, with the holes you made underground and the bottom just above the soil surface. The water will slowly drip out, keeping the soil moist for days at a time. The slow, steady drip encourages your plants to grow deep, strong roots, which makes them more resilient to heat and drought. It also reduces evaporation, so you're not wasting water to the hot sun. You'll be amazed at how much healthier your plants look with this simple system in place. For especially thirsty plants like tomatoes, cucumbers, or squash, use a big 2-liter bottle and place it between 2 or 3 plants. You'll only need to refill it every few days, even during the hottest part of summer. This is a lifesaver if you're going away for the weekend or just want to cut down on daily chores. Want to slow the drip even more? Add a bit of sponge or a strip of fabric inside the bottle opening. This acts as a filter, keeping dirt out and making the water release even more gradual. It's a great way to customize the system for different plants and soil types. Another bonus, this method keeps water off the leaves, which helps prevent fungal diseases and mildew. It's also incredibly water efficient, so you're doing your part for the environment while keeping your garden lush and productive. It's simple, effective, and turns what would be trash into a valuable garden tool. You'll feel good knowing you're reducing waste and helping your plants thrive at the same time. Plus, it's a fun project for kids or anyone new to gardening. So, which plant in your garden do you think would benefit most from this DIY drip irrigation system? Would you use it for your tomatoes, strawberries, peppers, or maybe even your houseplants? I'd love to hear your ideas and experiences. Let me know in the comments below. Sometimes, the best solutions are the simplest and the most sustainable. With just a few recycled bottles and a little creativity, you can make your garden healthier, greener, and more eco-friendly. Let's keep going and discover even more ways to make gardening easy and rewarding. Now let's talk about smart watering habits for summer. As the days get longer and the sun shines brighter, your garden's needs change. Summer can be tough on plants, but with a few clever habits, you can help your garden not just survive, but truly thrive through the hottest months. One of the most important things you can do is water your plants early in the morning or late in the evening. This simple timing trick helps minimize evaporation, so more water actually reaches your plant's roots where it's needed most. Watering at these cooler times also reduces stress on your plants, helping them stay strong and healthy even during heat waves. Try to avoid watering in the midday heat. When the sun is at its peak, most of the water you pour out will evaporate before it can soak into the soil. This not only wastes water, but it also means your plants might not get the hydration they need to withstand the summer sun. If you notice your plants wilting in the afternoon, resist the urge to water them right away. Wait until the sun is lower in the sky. Another smart habit is to use room temperature water. Cold water straight from the tap can shock your plants, especially when the soil is already warm from the sun. Letting your water sit for a while before using it helps it reach a comfortable temperature, making it gentler on your plant's roots and encouraging better growth. To make this easy, fill your watering cans and let them sit in the shade for a few hours before you water. This not only brings the water to the right temperature, but it also gives you a chance to plan your watering routine and avoid rushing through the process. For an extra boost, try combining your bottle drippers with compost tea. Compost tea is a nutrient-rich liquid made by steeping compost in water, and it delivers both hydration and essential nutrients directly to your plant's roots. This method is especially helpful during summer, when plants are growing quickly and need all the support they can get. Once a week, swap out plain water for diluted compost tea in your drippers. This routine gives your plants a gentle, steady supply of nutrients, helping them stay lush and productive, even as temperatures rise. It's a simple step that can make a big difference in your garden's health. Here's a bonus tip. Don't throw away your used tea leaves or tea bags. Instead, recycle them by sprinkling the contents in your garden beds or along your garden paths. Tea leaves are packed with organic matter and trace minerals that enrich the soil as they break down. As the tea leaves decompose, they add nutrients to the soil and help retain moisture, which is especially valuable during hot, dry spells. This small act of recycling not only reduces waste, but also supports a healthier, more sustainable garden ecosystem. Over time, these small habits add up. By consistently watering at the right times, using room temperature water, and feeding your plants with compost tea, you'll notice your garden becoming healthier and more resilient. Your plants will be better equipped to handle heat, drought, and even pests. Try this routine. Fill your watering can in the morning, let it sit in the shade, top off your drippers with compost tea once a week, and work used tea leaves into the soil as you go. These steps don't take much extra time, but they make a world of difference for your plants. Smart routines like these make gardening more efficient and sustainable. You'll save water, reduce waste, and create a thriving environment for your plants. Plus, having a set routine means you can spend less time worrying and more time enjoying your garden. Do you like the idea of recycling tea bags in your garden? Let us know with a thumbs up or down in the comments. Sharing your own tips and experiences can help other gardeners too. By watering at the right time, using room temperature water, and combining these hacks, you'll save water, time, and grow happier, more productive plants. These habits are easy to adopt and can be tailored to fit any garden, big or small. Over time, these habits become second nature. Gardening starts to feel less like a chore and more like a joyful, rewarding part of your day. You'll find yourself looking forward to those peaceful early mornings or relaxing evenings spent caring for your plants. That's what it's all about, creating a garden that's not only beautiful and productive, but also a source of happiness and pride all summer long. And there you have it, 3 simple ways to nurture your garden, save money, and care for the earth. These aren't just hacks, they're invitations to connect with your garden and see the potential in everyday things. The care you put in always comes back to you, in food, beauty, and joy. I hope you're inspired to try something new and find joy in helping things grow. Thank you for joining me today. Be patient, be creative, and have fun. From my garden to yours, happy growing.